Guys, what's going on, man? Welcome back to the Cornercade Monday night. Well, not prime time, but it's late at night. Guys, I feel like we're the caboose here at the Home Arcade Community YouTube section because, well, we always go very last. It's 10:30, guys. I appreciate the 22 people staying up late for us, and we're going to have some fun, guys. We got the NBA Jam Junior in the house, but before we get to all of that, guys, I want to bring in my special guest tonight, and that's going to be, you guessed it, it's going to be Mrs. CC is back, baby. How you feeling, honey?
Like how?
Okay, so hold on a second. I know it's 4th of July and all, but what are you doing with the patriotic sunglasses?
I can't stop crying.
And why can't you just stop crying? I see you're rocking the Arcade1up hoodie there. Are you excited about this release?
I'm so happy.
In all truthfulness, Mrs. CC is what? You're probably running on what, 20% tonight?
Dude, my fucking eye flared up. I have to go to the eye doctor tomorrow, so you guys have to rock the glasses.
She's hurting big time.
Can't see, I'm in killer pain.
Yeah, and she's tearing up, guys. So we need to show all of the support here for not only our cool NBA Jam Junior, but for Mrs. Cornercade, because she is toughing it out, guys. I'm telling you guys, it's like what, rocks and glass in your eye. That's what it feels like.
There is shards of glass, and I'm only rocking this hoodie because Ezekiel made it.
Yeah, sure, okay.
Literally the only reason, and it's comfy.
No, I think you're just really excited. But guys, we have a lot of thoughts, in all seriousness, about this product. I had all day to digest this. I first saw this and I was just like, wow. Obviously, guys, why you're here, why you're tuning in. We got 35 people in the building. Please, guys, just a friendly reminder, click the little X on the chat and give this video a like, guys. It really helps support the channel. We're seeing new people each and every day coming to our podcast show and our pre-recorded videos. So we always want to expand the channel, obviously, and we just passed 2K thanks to all your support, guys. So that's you. That is each and every one of you making this happen for us. So we really do appreciate it. Now we start a new chapter, Mrs. CC. We are on the road to 3K. 3K is the next step. So let's go. Let's get this done, and let's have some fun, guys, as always. But of course, I wouldn't be remiss if I didn't bring you guys into the building just to say hi to each and every one of you guys. So let me scroll all the way up to the top here. We got Jason Little Alien with a big poo emoji. Get back to me while you're saying that. What's going on here, buddy? Julio Hernandez is in the house saying, good evening, everyone. The Cornercade means business today. That's right, dude. We even had people coming out the woodworks for this one. Streamers that haven't streamed forever, it's NBA Jam time. When news breaks, they just come out the woodwork and stuff. So don't worry. We've been following you with our arcade content 24/7. So stay tuned because this is the spot where you want to be 110%, guys. I had to work. That's why we're here. I was invited to the Mike B show, and that would have been lit, dude, because everybody was on there. That would have been super fun.
I wasn't invited.
Yeah, Mrs.
You would be invited. I could have hopped on.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Mrs. CC was not invited.
Yeah,
she could have gone live in the building, guys. And speaking of which, let me just pause real quick. If she's at 22 subscribers, guys, if you can get her to 50, she can do some cool, crazy shorts at home with her own YouTube channel. So just throwing it out there, guys. That would be kind of funny. Julio Hernandez says, I would have preferred a Golden Axe Deluxe 2-player deck, but that's wishful thinking, man. Do they even have a relationship with Sega anymore? That ship could definitely have sailed a long time ago, guys. Mike Hawkhurst is in the house saying, the new NBA Jam is not a cab I'm interested in, but it does seem like they were listening specifically to the Cornercade to start doing 2-player versions of the 4-player games. And I just want to, if we stop this comment, come back 20 minutes later or whatever, we're going to touch on all of this stuff, guys, as you can clearly tell. And Jason, thank you so much for sharing that in the chat. He put a link. I know you're a little bit behind, honey, but he put a link in the video or the chat here for your support there. Yeah, guys, and listen, when we first saw this, we're gonna share all of our takes. But when I first saw this, I was like, holy hell, that's a 2-player NBA Jam Deluxe. And I looked at it again. I'm like, what in the world happened? And I told Arcade1up, they watch, guys. I said, I said, hey, every inch counts in your arcade. And I wasn't joking. You guys sit here. I'm preaching to the choir. I mean, we had to switch rooms just to make this hobby continue to grow. Not everyone has the affordability to do that, guys. I mean, look at our boy Toxin, for example. He's just got a bedroom now, and he was able to get the MVC2 cap. Some people might just have enough money or enough space for 2, 3 of these things, and that's it. I mean, Arcade1up, for them to be able to grow, they have to evolve the product, and they're evolving it day in and day out. And again, this might be a little bit deeper than just the Cornercade's words of wisdom kind of thing. So we'll give to that. I promise you guys, we're going to dissect this cab like no other. This is the place where you want to be right here. So Mike Hawkers, thank you so much for stopping by. E. Leo's in the building saying, what's up, everybody? Let's go. C. North got the googly eyes. Let's do this. Thank you for stopping by, man. We got For the Horseman. Thank you for stopping by, dude. We got J-Rod in the house, waving at everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Marine 50 in the house. Let's go, dude. We got Constorm Entertainment. Good evening, man. How you doing? Let's see. Doug Wynn is in the building. And, of course, C. North. How could we remiss to say Happy Canada Day? Is it? What is it? Happy Canada Day? What is that? Is that their Independence Day? For example, is that like our July 4th? Let us know in the chat, man. Calvin Wong in the house. Well, Mrs. CC she's on barely any octane left in the tank, but she's suited up and is here tonight in the building. So we're gonna get her thoughts as well too. Coming from more a little bit hardcore casual side kind of thing. It's gonna be interesting to see her thoughts. Tony O is in the building saying the future is so bright. We'll see. Deviant is here in the building. Thank you so much, man, for stopping by. Goofy Foot is in the house saying, I like women bitchy.
Not bitchy.
Let's see here. Jason says, feel better, Mrs. Cornercade. Was it the same eye your previous issues with?
Yeah, Jason. Apparently, this thing's going to take up to a year to heal, and I did not know that.
Yeah, that's no bueno.
Yeah, so I got to go back and get another contact.
No, and just for clarification, guys, you've been following the channel. So, me and my wife were having fun with the kids in bed. We're having a tickle party kind of thing. Let's get mom, hug pile on mom. And our daughter accidentally poked mom in the eye.
Yeah, I'll show you guys. It's horrible.
And got her so good that, I mean, I did this. You're going to have to come a little bit closer. They can't really see you. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like she went. Looks like she went 3 rounds with Tyson.
That's horrible. I can't keep it open. But I was fine until
the show. Yeah, she had like tears coming down. I'm like, honey, I mean, I didn't know you were that excited for NBA Jam, but you don't have to be here if you don't want to, kind of thing. Waze is in the building saying I wear my glasses at night, so I can too. Corey Hurricane, she's taking a little breather. Grams Arcade is here. Says with the new Slimmer Deluxe, you can add another row of arcades. And Gramps, you make a good point here. There's a lot of layers to kind of peel as we go, and I want these questions to keep going as we go and dissect the cab and we start taking a look at this, because you guys make a lot of points. I always say, listen, this is me, okay? Don't knock it till you try it, all right? The casino came in the kid in the back. That got ribbed to all hell, right? I actually have fun playing that, to be quite honest with you. And listen, I don't love everything. I don't. I hated those legacy cabs that they cut off line of sight was terrible. I did not like the Big Blue. I thought that was too low. The speakers were crap. Trust me, I get critical on things, just like I was critical on Arcade1up making these 4-player cabs when you're not having 4 dudes surrounding the same playing it. It's just not possible. So the casino cane is fun. And now, is it $500 fun? I don't know. That's up to you, depending on your money kind of thing. We got this thing for $250 and we're having a blast each and every day playing it. So again, just hold on, man. Hold on. Ask the questions because we want to answer them tonight in the building. We got Giovanni Sean in the house. Random, what's the smell of the Cornercade? Lavender? What is the smell in here? Arcades? It's like MDF. It smells like
MDF.
It smells like
batteries.
New MDF. That's what it smells like. C Marvel is here. Thank you so much for stopping by. Nah, don't take any shots at my dude console kids. No, but to be serious, like, people we had 5 videos before I even got out of bed today. I was rubbing my eyes. I'm like, what is going on? And then people are posting left and right. And I
didn't even notice the 2-player when you showed me. I'm like, what are you showing me? I don't even understand.
Yeah. So
it took me a minute.
Yeah. So it was like, wow, like what's going on here? So I really like kind of dissect. Like, And then all of a sudden, boom, 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 like everybody's coming out with this. I'm like, okay, this is where I really wish. And I always joked with Mike B and P Dubs to all hell because they work from home. So they just shut off this camera and they go to the next, hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the, Mike B. And then we go back, okay, working, la, la, la.
Like, yet I say if you were here, you would do the same thing.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Actually, I'd take it a step further. I didn't realize this until, I was thinking about it, is I would actually have 2 stay-at-home jobs, 2 monitors, and I'm just answering, 1-800-Flowers. Can I take your order? Oh, yep. This is, Progressive. How can I help you? Oh, 1-800-Flowers. Can I take your order? Literally, I work 2 jobs to get twice as much, and then I'd have the YouTube channel going like, yo, what's going on, man? It's Danny. Welcome back to the Corner Kid. That would be dope. I think I'd never leave my chair. It'd be insane. I'd probably gain like at least 80 pounds. But that's a whole another story, and I digress with that. Jason, there's your link to Mrs. Cornercade. Go check her out. Mrs. Cornercade, if you get to 50 subs, you've got to do something.
Oh, boy.
You've got to do something.
Everyone's got to help me figure that out then.
Oh, that's your own something.
No way.
There's a lot of people here that are critical. We've heard a lot of feedback on this, seen a lot of stuff. I got to watch some of the videos, but I was working most of the day. So Gotham City Arcade says, what up, brother? It's definitely a pass on this piece of trash. So again, let's get into it. Don't knock it till you hear the final thoughts.
So let's pull it up. You pulling it up?
Pulling what up?
Yeah.
Oh, not yet. No, we're still saying hi to everybody.
What are we doing here?
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is.
All right, where are we?
She's not used to this many people tuning in here. We got 50 people in the building. She's like, hold on a
break, guys.
We got Relapse Productions saying, hi, I am Cynthia from China. The corner did 2-player deck first. That's right. Everybody was, wanting to mod these things because of spatial situations.
Spatial?
Yeah, spatial situations. So I'm pretty sure it is. So are you going to challenge me like in Scrabble here?
No, I'm too tired.
So yes, we'll get to that 100%. No, I'm not taking shots. This is just the truth. Not everybody has a CT Jason style basement or whatever where you can fit 50 to 100 of these things in there. It's just not possible. So again, this is Arcade1up trying to reinvent themselves to be able to sell more product essentially, and that's what we're definitely gonna get to that. So let me scroll down here. I think I said hi to everybody. We got Papa Brad in the building. Thank you so much, man, for stopping by. Let's see here. Yes. Okay. So let's get this party started. Let's bring you guys down real quick. Okay. So thoughts and opinions. Let me go ahead and share some screenage here. Okay, so this is what we got, guys. This is what we got. We got the NBA Jam 2-player Deluxe. Okay, let me just start off by saying price point. Miss Corner K, the price point. So normal NBA Jam is $5.99 to $6.50, depending on where you're looking, Wayfair, wherever, right? So let's just say this is already coming in at $100 cheaper, $150 cheaper, and it clearly worked for MVC2 at the end of the day when that came in $100 cheaper. What are your thoughts on just the price point? Where do you feel that this
price is good?
So it's falling with
that like sweet point.
Falling with that Deluxe. Like now, obviously, I'm an advocate for $2.99 because I can just buy 100 of those things, right? We all want the cheapest price, right? But we have to understand we still have to support a business here. So I think $3.99 is obviously the sweet spot. If this can dip $50 on a sale, then I think you're the winner here at the end of the day. So $4.99 is good. It's a good start. It's way better from $5.99. I think $5.99 just takes a lot of people out of the equation. Like, yeah, no, that's not happening. I'm done. So let's scroll down here, guys, so it's going to be at Best Buy and Amazon. So they're still going with Best Buy. And then obviously Amazon helps as well. There's a lot of, so right here, all the descriptions and whatnot. Let me see if I can actually zoom out here.
Do we have an anticipated ship date?
It's going to be the 8th of September, right? Yeah, August. I think it's August. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, Chad. It's either August or September here. Again, I literally just got home. So I believe it's the 8th of August or September. One of those days. Okay, now I got the cabinet in my face. I can see it a little bit better. Okay, so first thoughts. Kind of just dissecting the cab down a little bit. Thank you, Jason. Clarification is August is when it's going to be coming in hot. So August, we got a month. We got 1 month to kind of think about this here. Now, heard a lot of people in the community. You hear rumblings. Let me just give you just kind of what I feel in Miss Corner K's kind of point here. I'll let you talk, honey. So just starting from the top down, I mean, Arcade1up, they listened to Mike B. They said, why'd you put the term, can you help me?
But I don't know what you're trying to say.
Tournament Edition. I don't know why I kept trying to say Terminator Edition. The Tournament Edition is back in the building. So they're like, hey, why are you putting that on there? Like, nobody really played that. I didn't mind it. I think the marquee, and I'm staring at it right now, I think it looks great. Like, no, you can always swap that out with the Joe Sables. That's not the end of the world at the end of the day. So they went back to the OG
throwback
NBA Jam 100%. So just looking at the top there, now we're going to go down here.
So
go ahead.
The original one, is that, so that's the original marquee?
That's the original marquee,
Is this the only one that has this marquee? Which one has this
marquee? That's the only one that has that.
Is that because this one's from the vault?
Yeah, it's from the vault,
so
but I don't.
Is that why this one has this marquee then?
Could be. I think Arcade1up was just kind of like doing what Arcade1up does, and
the vault is like random. So
yeah, they were just kind of being random with it. So
that's probably why. Then.
Let me see if I can zoom in here, chat. I'm sorry. We're talking about this. Let's see if I can get a shot here. Okay, so couple things. So as we're going down, 17-inch BOE monitor, not a problem at all. The 2-player control panel. So this is interesting. So like, for me and Mrs. Cornercade, we're kind of used to seeing this. We have a bigger variant of this, a little bit more spaced out. When I saw this, I mean, the left player, they're going to be right on top of that live button, so that kind of concerns me a little bit. But at the end of the day, I like where this is going. Now, the render clearly shows that it like looks like it has plexiglass on it, but it doesn't, because with these tabs here, guys, you're going to get that play guard surface. Very, very reminiscent of X-Men 97. So we're good there, guys. We got that play guard back in the house. That's cool. And this, with Arcade1up's like financial struggles, I now know that we'll never see like real buttons or anything like that. Those days the ship has sailed on that. So you're going to get those Arcade1up mushy, squeaky buttons that are in there. You're going to want to swap them out. But thoughts so far, honey, on the 2-player variant instead of the 4-player?
What's with the button placement?
Again, it's a render, but yeah. So are you talking about they're a little like spaced out funny? Like the pass
player 1 is wrong.
They're like shifted weird. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see if it's like a live view on that kind of thing. I will say this for the buttons. They got rid of those light up buttons. So there's no light up buttons for this, which for some people that's a good thing. But again, it's probably a cost cutting measure.
A vault thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a vault thing. So maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. I didn't mind the light up buttons. Whatever. It's kind of cool. And if you wanted to swap them out anyways, put in real controls, and it doesn't really matter. And they also got rid of the light up coin door as well. So that's one thing I don't like. They got to light these things up. I want it lit up stock.
Are
but
you sure there's no deck protector?
Yeah, 100%. Why? Would somebody say something?
No, because aren't those screw cap covers on there?
Look at X-Men 97 for me. You can head over there. It's fine. It's the same thing.
Oh, I see.
Yep.
Okay.
So, yeah. So anybody with any type of questions like that, great question, obviously, because it looks plexy. These renders are always kind of weird and off-putting, and they're wrong half the time. But we had, that last year they said the NBA Jam Deluxe was 63 inches tall. Well, it's actually 61 inches tall. So they're kind of all over the place when it comes to that. So let's back up here. We got the box, but here we can see the coin door, kind of the standard coin door, nothing special here at all. Doesn't light up, unfortunately, but you do get the deluxe badging. Very interesting to see like an NBA Jam with just the one coin door. We've seen those 2 coin doors all the time. You do get the screw cap covers, so it's still falling into that deluxe model. And here is the elephant in the room, Mrs. Cornercade. The Casino-cade front base to this. Now, for my peoples who are in the chat, guys, who owns the Casino-cade besides the Cornercade? That's what I want to know. If you're in the chat and you have the Casino-cade, it's pretty much the width and the depth of it. We're talking 18 inches by 18, correct? Is that what it was, Mrs. Cornercade? Mm-hmm. So we're looking 18 by 18, 61.5 inches tall. So, guys, it'll still fill into the arcade, but like a lot of us are alluding to, and Deviant says nobody, that's funny. A lot of us are alluding to that it's going to be too small and too short. So let me show you. Let's bring up a picture real quick here.
Deviant, I didn't do that. Ezekiel made my hoodie. I did not buy a patch.
Yeah, Ezekiel, the Chicago Retro Ranger, came in fat with our Arcade1up gear. So as you can see here, guys, It's still at 61.5 inches tall, so it's gonna still fill in great with your arcade. Marquee's not like small or anything from what it looks like. Now, I'm pleasantly happy to see this in a 2-player edition. That means Arcade1up is listening at the end of the day. They're not saying, hey, we're the smartest person in the room. They obviously want to get better. They had to do a little bit of research and development for this guy. This is a new form factor. Now, a lot of people say, okay, well, why this? You got it right with a 2-player. Why didn't you just leave it in that standard deluxe form, which would be great? 100% I agree. Like, they should have stopped there and just knock it off, right? You would have had something great. Easy popped in and he said, "Hey, I heard my name. What's going on?" Here, let's try to switch this over here. There we go. So, long and short, guys, they did the right thing by making this a 2-player. I mean, can you guys imagine a Simpsons like this? I'd buy this. I'd buy that in a heartbeat, dude. Simpsons like this, an X-Men like this, Mrs. Cornercade.
We already have it.
I know, but that's like the official one. I'm just gonna let you know that.
I would not.
She's so confused.
Because I would just get a inline riser from Joel.
Okay, well, you got
I'm not
those.
Putting Joel out of business. I'm gonna.
You got those glasses on. She's in the house. Look at her. She is laying the smack down. I'm just saying, for people,
poker face, you'll never know what I'm thinking.
For people that don't, whatever. X-Men would be dope. I'm just saying. That's just me. I'm telling the truth. Okay, we'll get to you in a second. Like, I'm saying, like, Golden Axe like this 2-player. That would be unreal. You go down the line of their 4-player candidates. The Turtles would be really cool.
Arcade1up.
Okay, so Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comes on this form factor. You're passing?
Well, okay, so I can't get my hands on a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but I'm also not going to wait for Arcade1up. I'm going to keep scouring Marketplace.
Okay.
They're not coming out with anything. Really.
So, long and short, this is cool, all right? Like the 2-player form factor from 4-player. But then Arcade1up had to take it.
Yeah, what the hell did they do?
Arcade1up had to do what Arcade1up does best.
It's like they just like throw random things inside of a fucking hat and they're like, I think we're just going to fuck this up and we'll do this and see what everybody says.
Well, it feels like that because there's no communication and stuff. But I will say this. So we got 18 and, let's just call these round numbers here. 18 by 18, right? So kind of looked at the Casino-cade. Honey, is that the exact measurements of the Casino-cade?
No. It is, so the width of this Casino-cade is, it's 17, it's like 17 and a half inches.
Okay.
So
about an inch.
It's a little bit bigger, about an inch bigger than the Casino-cade. Okay. So, of course, we had to make it not the same size. Because why not?
Now, I
will to the wall here.
So I will say this. So a lot of you look behind me, for example, guys. Let's make me bigger real quick. So look behind me. We got the rows, right? Now we had to move to a bigger space, but let's just hypothetically say that we were still in the cornercade, the old cornercade room. Like most of you, maybe you have a small 14 by 14 room, 10 by 12, whatever the case may be, right? Now if you're talking 2 inches that you're saving, the front and then the back, like the rows here, we're talking 4 inches here, 4 inches there. That would give you additional aisle space, which is huge at the end of the day. And I get it. There's a lot of concerns here by this cab being 20 pounds lighter, a little bit more narrow, small. I think in the heart of hearts, and I will not know this until we would get our hands on one, right? If that ever happens. But I think it's going to be okay. I know there's a lot of grumblings that, okay, whoa, this, that, and the other. For Casino-cade, guys, I mean, I'm moving it now. It's not moving anywhere, guys. I'm pushing into it. It's pretty much staying there. When you have these cabs pressed up against each other, that adds and zero. I will get to that definitely. Thank you, man. Definitely. It adds extra stability. So when you have these cabs smushed together, who knows? I don't know. We don't have this form factor pushed in together with each other kind of thing. So let's bring Mrs. CC down real quick. So let's see here. Let's do this. Let's do this view for y'all real quick. No, let's go back. I want to be able to make sure you guys can see this real quick. So 2-player, good. This is a good thing, guys, at the end of the day. And a lot of other people have expressed, nobody's complaining about this. Arcade1up, if you're watching, nobody is complaining about this. The foot pedestal. I know people are like, well, are you going to kick it with your feet? No, you actually don't even touch that unless you're right up against the cabinet, humping it or something. You're not even going to touch that. Not a concern. And I would even fathom to maybe you might not even need to put that on, but I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? You might not, the assembly instructions, maybe you have to get around that. But I'm just going to throw it out there. Um, why the foot pedal, though? Now, we get to this twofold reasons. And a lot of people in the community, Michael B touched on this, great points. And this is what I was going to say if we were going to do this a little bit earlier kind of thing is they're in a lawsuit with ThinkUp right now. So I don't know if that's been dropped. Again, guys, I come to play the games. I don't care about the litigation and the billionaires fighting with the billionaires. Like, I care less. Like that, like pound sand. Give me the titles that I want. So I'm not too entrenched in it, but I know that, ThinkUp was kind of suing Arcade1up because they're pretty much just using all of their stuff that they invented, and they fired them, and then they're gonna go do their thing. So I think they had to just change the form factor essentially, and maybe ThinkUp didn't design the casino cake because they were gone. I don't know, but this would be a good reason as to, hey, it's 2 inches shorter, width wise and depth wise. Also, with the foot pedal being there, it's completely different, right? It's a knockoff kind of, but it's different. Now it looks kind of funny, but again, when it's pressed up against the wall, calves are pressed together, you don't even see the depth of these things. You don't. So that's one theory that Mike B had, and I totally agree with. The other one is they're trying to save money, guys. Yes, ways you hit it. I'm sure other people have. We're going to scroll up and get to all your guys' comments. Material costs is the other one. Guys, this is a good thing. If Arcade1up's looking at this and it's saying, hey, if we can cut off 2 inches in the back, 2 inches on the side, not make that much of a difference, and we're going to save $1 million a year, whatever the case may be, I mean, that's a good thing, guys. I mean, I'd rather have this than nothing. Would you rather have stuff like this, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Dynamos, whatever the case may be, and they stay in business, or they're out of business and we're just kind of waiting here and just modding everything and buying the rest of the cabs out, and the hobby is kind of slowly dwindling unless a John D steps up, or Buy Stuff Arcade steps up, or a New Wave Toys steps up, or a whole new company steps up. I mean, that's really the question that you have to ask yourself. I think this is a positive thing. It should be good things. Again, at the end of the day, guys, if you don't like it, don't buy it. Like, that's so easy. Now, the other twofold is, why NBA Jam? We just got the NBA Jam Deluxe a half a heartbeat ago. Why that? That's my big question. So NBA Jam is owned by, is it Midway? Is they're owned by? So they still have a good relationship with Midway. Can they do other form factors in this? Are we going to see a Mortal Kombat in this? Lots of kind of unhinged questions that we have at the end of the day. So it's going to be the same games lineup, guys. You're going to get those 3 same games, which is kind of a bummer, but it is what it is at the end of the day. They're not going to invest into doing anything as far as R&D for that kind of stuff. But the dimensions are still there at the height. You can't, I would say, hey, just make this a couple inches higher, make it 63. I love the Dynamo form factor. It was a little bit taller at the end of the day, and it was a little bit better. But yeah, you can't compromise on that. The 61 pounds, little concerning at the end of the day, because these things normally weigh like 80 pounds and they're still kind of moving around, moving and grooving. So that could be, I don't know, it could be a situation. Again, if it's got the casino cake, like I did, I just showed you guys, I was pushing it, nothing was happening. So not to defend Arcade1up or anything like that, but again, lighter cabinet, smaller cabinet could cut them down on shipping costs, which then in turn could put more money back in their pocket because they didn't give us the savings, and to try to keep them afloat a little bit longer to possibly do something else. I thought this was kind of goofy when I first looked at it. I was like, oh, great, a 2-player. This is beautiful. Like, this is what we wanted. And literally, like, most of the community, I'm like, what is that black thing on the bottom? And why does this look skinny? It looks weird. But again, I would notion to say, if you had this paired up with your other cabs, like next to Simpsons, next to Star Wars, you wouldn't notice a difference as far as depth. You're not going to notice a difference because they're all going to be pushed up against the wall, lined up anyways. This one will still keep in line, so you're going to move it a little bit further, or you can move them back. My biggest thing was, holy hell, is this going to be, because of that, the shipping costs and the lawsuit, is this going to be the new form factor going forward? And I looked to my wife and I said, are we going to have to buy all these calves over again? Like, good God. Now, I want to bring up a point that I haven't heard. Again, I haven't watched a Mike B show. Think about this, guys. What about a racing cab in this form factor? You got that nice wood pedal on the bottom. There's not those plastic pedals. I mean, you still might have plastic pedals, but they're going to be on a solid piece of wood. That might be a little bit of an improvement. Now, it's easy for me to see a racing cab in this, but let me tell you this. Would you see a shooter in this? That's a little weird, right? Like a shooter cabinet with like that form. I don't know, like with that little thing sticking out. I don't know. So that's just like what I was thinking. Again, it looks weird, but when I was looking at the casino cade, I was like, well, that looks weird too. Like, why is that there? Like, but you just kind of get used to it. It's not something that's, I don't know. I think if you had one of them, it would look kind of weird. But then you start to transform your arcade in all of these, and that's my biggest question: is will this form factor be the new form factor going forward? And quite possibly, could this form factor keep Arcade1up afloat? I don't know. Chat, let me know what you guys think. Let's bring this guy down. Let's make me bigger. Let's bring you guys in. Let's see some comments here of floating. What do we gotta scroll all the way up because I was talking for a straight minute, guys. There's just a lot of thoughts that go through your head. And I don't think that this is bad. I truly don't. If you guys are casino cade owners, it's not that bad. I got up to it and I was playing it like I'd be playing it on a slanted deck. I'm like, it's not that bad. Like, honestly. And the guy is like, initially I thought, like, what in the hell? Like, okay, you listen to us. You got a 2-player deck. But what is that bologna sausage, Like, well, why does it look so skinny looking? But again, when I'm like, you're up against the wall, you're like, okay, what's 2 inches? And you actually take the 2 inches, right? You're like, okay, it's that much shorter of artwork or whatever. They just shrink the image down, right? And I'm just like, it can't be that bad. It just can't be. But chat, let me know what you think at the end of the day. And I'm not sitting here, I'm not defending Arcade1up, all right? Arcade1up has got a lot of stuff wrong with them, guys. I mean, a laundry list of things. But the title feels weird. Like, why did they pick NBA Jam? Maybe because all of their others, the Konamis, the Simpsons, the X-Men, Sega, the Golden Axe, they just can't do. They don't have those licenses anymore. So you go down the 4-player cabinets, and you're like, well, shit, this is like the only one we have. So let's come out with NBA Jam again. I don't know. It seems kind of odd to me, but let's see what you guys say here. Let's Relapse says, was NBA Jam the unexpected news John D was cryptically speaking of? Interesting. I don't know. I'm not in the. My wife's in the AMA chat, so definitely keep me posted with that. Let me know a little bit more. The depth, the height, the weight were not an issue. We just wanted 2-player decks. And of course, and again, Jason, 100% guys, I did not tell them, hey, I think you should make this cab smaller and put a pedestal in the front. I don't think anybody said that on any show ever. But I will say this. The lighter weight makes me think, okay, they're trying to make these things more shipping like affordable because Arcade1up, the Best Buy offers free shipping, but it's got to come from somewhere at the end of the day, right? So I think they're shrinking the size of it, possibly shrinking the box. Then, we don't know the box dimensions. At least I don't. And if somebody could pull that up, and if you got you're cutting a little bit, let's just say this saves you $40, right? And then the shipping's another, let's say the $20. I mean, shipping's crazy now, guys. I don't think you truly understand. Shipping is crazy. So let's just say it's $50 extra because of that 20 pounds to ship, right? And you have $40 more because of the height, weight, width, whatever, right? That's $90 a cab. I mean, you times that by 10,000 cabinets. I'm just saying. They're trying to do things to keep themselves afloat. They could have easily put the towel in and been done with it. I don't know, guys. Calvin Wong's not a big fan. I would almost guarantee you guys, if there was a couple other cabs that came out, we're talking titles that you actually want, right? You can overlook that. I think you can overlook at it. I mean, I'd rather have that style, other than the NBA Jam style, than the Gen 1. Like, look at, I'd rather have this form factor than a Gen 1. And correct me if I'm wrong, guys. With the riser, the swan design, maybe some people want that. I mean, this one's going to be taller than those. It's just going to be beefier. It's interesting to me. I don't, again, maybe they had to change it. They had to change the formula so they wouldn't get sued again, kind of thing. Jay Pace says, this thing tips over and kills my car. I will go John Wick style, berserk level outrage. I don't know. I guess you'd have to see once you get a couple of them, you smash them together to see what this looks like. So it looks like the Deviant is ordering one possibly. Don't know if he's getting his in July because they come out in August, but we'll see. Mike Hawkert says this is clearly using the same base design as the Casino Cade. Do us a test and shake your Casino Cade so we can see. Yeah, no, I kind of showed you guys here. So, I mean, this thing's got here. Let me make myself bigger here. I didn't realize how tiny I was. But this thing, I mean, I'm shaking it, guys. Like, I mean, when you're not playing like aggressively like that, you're playing, and for here, you're just hitting the button the whole time. You're not really like moving the Casino Cade. But if you're using the joysticks, so I'm like trying to shake it really hard. You can see it wiggling a little bit. But again, this is on an end cap. So if you're having these things smushed together, I don't know. Does that, because it does form stability, and the Deluxe went through this. We went through this with the risers. I don't know. I mean, I do know that if you're, Miss Corner K touched on the Joel thing kind of jokingly, but for modding companies, how you gonna raise this thing up now with that pedestal just there? What is it gonna be like midway in the cab? You're gonna smash your ankle or shin against it? That would be a little weird. So I don't know. Yeah. So let's see here. Finn's Bassman says this is a step backwards after getting the form factor right with the Street Fighter and MK Deluxe. Yeah, but they might not have a choice. So that's kind of what I'm thinking at the end of the day. I don't think that I don't know. I just think that they might have to do this. It's not like, I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. Is they might have to do this because of that lawsuit. Let's see, dude. Jason said, dude, the box dimensions are just barely smaller on the junior over the 4-player Deluxe. This ain't saving space on the floor. Okay, so there you have it. So it looks like the box isn't smaller, unfortunately. Let's see. James mentions, so I guess NBA Jam is a new Pac-Man. It's kind of funny. They have like literally 100 different forms you can get on this thing. Jason says, okay, here, let's see the first part of this comment. It says that there was no reason to do this cabinet other than selling it at the same price and making it $50 less from the manufacturer. This cabinet is easy to shrink. Wait until you see the other rehashes that they have to shrink. The side art worsens. Yeah, that's true. Like some of the side art. I mean, you're shrinking it only 2 inches. I don't know what that would look like. The Toe Jam edition. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know what that looked like until we had like a dynamo. The dynamo's right here. I'm kind of looking at it and just kind of getting my thoughts here. I mean, that logo would be a little bit smaller, on the side art there, but I don't know. I'd have to see it in person. That's the hard thing. Renders are so hard to look at. We have some I could share. Let's see here. Let's get some video up for you guys. They had a little clip that we could take a look at here. Let me share my screen. All right, let's bring this guy up. Do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. What is it doing here? What's going on? Exit full screen. Oh, this is full screen? Okay. Here we go. So we got a little video to kind of play here while we can see what's going on. So I don't know. I mean, you're looking at it. I mean, this is just they gave you like 18-second clip. I wish they would dive in a little bit more with this kind of stuff. But yeah, see, Jason says the renders fail to show you a separation from the top and the bottom when you're like kind of putting it together. So we don't know where that crease line is, for example. But I don't know. Another good question is if you want to like mod this thing. I mean, it looks like there's still enough border room, but can you fit a 19-incher in this with this being like 2 inches small? I don't know. I think I don't know, man. I think this isn't that bad of an idea as far as like, I don't know. I don't think it's as bad as we think it is. Now, I was looking at the one thing I was saying, I was like, damn, am I gonna have to literally rebuy everything? Like that was my like, oh my god, because you have one of these things, it's gonna look weird. Like, as far as like having a pedestal there. And it's still the same height, a little bit smaller, but that's just yeah, no. And Jason, it's the NBA Jam Deluxe is not 63 inches tall. It says it's wrong. It's the same height as Golden Tee, as X-Men, as everything else. So it's not 63. It's 61. I don't know why that was a mistake. The actual casino cave behind me though is 63 inches tall when they're measuring the top of that right the Wheel of Fortune marquee there. Let's see here. Yeah, Jason says you're gonna hit your foot on it. Who cares if you got good shoes on, bare feet and socks? That's gonna feel especially shitty. Now, I don't. Again, I was getting closer to it. You don't get that close. Um, so it wasn't concern to me. Gamer Fridge, thank you so much for stopping by. Wasn't concern for me, but again, anybody, yeah, Marine, a Donkey Kong Jr. would be awesome, 100%. But I don't think that's gonna happen. And yes, Deviant, Mrs. CC did say Ezekiel 5 times, and like Candyman, he did just show up. So thank you for stopping by, my guy. Mike Concord says, Simpsons in this form factor should be one player, then trackball on the other side. Do USB ports for multiplayer. I mean, yeah, I mean, like how many guys, guys in the chat, like how many of you actually like have 2-3 people on these things at once? Usually it's just one player, and they got enough cabs, everybody's spread out. You go online with these things, and you can play and have fun still. Let's see here. Yeah, and then Jason's got the casino K dimensions 100%. Jason also says won't work. It's already tight on the regular deluxe. If they ever saw Konami again, they very strict on the artwork. That's a good question. Yes, I don't see. I don't. It'd be nice to know more, and I think we will know more. I mean, Travis alluded to, so I obviously reached out to Travis. Said, Travis, we got some exciting news. We need you in the corner, K baby. And he's like, I got stuff going on. This is just a rehash. But he did let me know that, I don't know if anybody has touched on this, but September, look for new things from Arcade1up in September at some point. So it's coming up on the horizon. Like I said, are they like a Q4 company now? Because most people buy all these toys in Q4 kind of thing, and that's what they're gearing and ramping up. And they kind of did this last year when they came out with like Miss Pac-Man Black and Pink, and they came out with NBA Jam Deluxe, and they came out with all these, and then they just started hitting it hard in the paint. So could be exciting. I mean, all these form factors would be rehashes, but in a new form factor. Kind of makes you wonder, and it kind of makes you nervous a little bit. Now, I don't have a problem selling mine at all. I've never had a problem selling this, so I can easily swap and change out. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I need to know more at the end of the day. Like, this is a start. I do like the smaller, the 2-player control panel. But yeah, nobody asked them to make it lighter or smaller. But who knows? This could be the start of something, the future, essentially. It could be the start of something big, great. I don't know. Again, at the end of the day, I do know that Zero Redux here, and we caught up with the chat at this point, sent me an email. So let's check this out real quick, live while we're in the building. Oh yeah, I did see this. So this virtual arcade thing. Yeah, I did see this. It was so here, I don't even know how to work this thing, but let's replace the screen here. Okay, let's do this, that, and the other. Let me shoot a text real quick. Okay, so long and short. So we got this virtual game room here. We didn't even share the screen yet. Let's bring this back. Hold on. Sorry. Too much going on in the corner arcade here. All right, so there's this guy right here. Oh, hold on a second. Give me 1 second, chat. Okay, Mrs. CC's falling apart, and our daughter actually just woke up. So Mrs. CC is gonna go get her. She must have had a nightmare or something. That's okay. Were you hiding in the bathroom? Okay, no worries. Told you guys she was at 10. She was at 10%. Well, we're doing a show live, Mrs. Corner Kid. Like I sent you a text, like yeah, well, like we're doing a show live here. Let me just be on my phone real quick. Okay, well I thank Mrs. Corner Kid for stepping out, taking care of the little ones real quick. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's go back here. How do we go back here? Okay, let's do this. So this is apparently some virtual room. What is this here? Zero Redux. What did you send me? This is like we're back in time. There's games. What am I look? This is very interesting. So we're buying. Oh, look at that. There's the new street. There's the new collection. Look at this is weird. It's like I'm in VR. Oh my god! Look at guys. We're in VR. Look at this. There's just arcades in there. What in the world? Whoa! This is. Oh, you guys got me tripping. This is crazy. So you just buy things in a virtual VR room. This is very interesting. Look at there's a Golden Tee Deluxe. Now, why did they make it look so small next to these two? That's not the size of that. That is incorrect. Oh my god, I'm sorry, Chad. This is so weird. So you can buy like a Monster or a Red Bull. So funny. What is this the future, guys? This is what I'm gonna have to deal with. Oh, look at what is this? The NBA Jam Deluxe. All right, hold on. Let me go back real quick. Let me go to this infinity board so I can get $1,000 ain't happening for that. So let's oh look at there's a Nintendo Switch. This is so weird, chat. Oh my god. Look, there's Madden. I'm sorry, you guys got me distracted now. So there's your NBA Jam. See, it doesn't look that bad, guys. I don't know. I think it'll be all right. Okay, let's get this out of here. Thank you, Zero, for showing that. There he is. He's like, hey, such an even. This is very interesting. Sorry, guys, I got sidetracked there. That was I don't know if anybody else has seen that. That was very interesting. Um, Thank you for sharing that, man. Oh man, look at this. Okay, we're gonna have to hit it. We're gonna have to hit it. Let's go. We got a $4.99 super chat from our boy Ezekiel, the Chicago Retro. Danny, or Chicago Retro Ranger says, Danny, I love you. But, buddy, let's move on from this Arcade1up and let's focus on making our projects. That's right. Ezekiel, we got some good news. Ezekiel was able to share some pictures. He got the joysticks have come into the WrestleMania cab. So I'm very excited about that. We're just getting one step closer. Now we're waiting for the graphics, waiting for Joe Sabos in the marquee. And then I'm assuming he has the Raspberry Pi on tap. And you're talking about WrestleMania. Thank you, Ezekiel, for supporting the channel as always. Talk about WrestleMania. Well, the retro gaming guy is here saying, hi, Danny. Thank you so much, man, for stopping by. He's got a custom built WrestleMania. So cool stuff there. Thank you again for supporting the channel. Always appreciate it. Let's scroll down there. I'm sure we're very behind in the chat, but that's okay, guys. I'm going to try to scroll and catch up to you. Kevin Clausen says, agree, I won't be buying this. Again, and I think, so big takeaways. Smaller form factor to be able to fit in a smaller room. You have more aisle space. Think about it like that, guys. $499 price point. That's better than the $500, the $600 and the $650. So you got $100 off. Again, it worked for MVC2. Maybe it works for this one as well. We don't know. Think about this. If that's $499, maybe they do Mortal Kombat in this. Maybe the Mortal Kombat's $399. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to pass the savings on us. It could just be another $499 grab, and it is what it is, kind of thing. But that would be cool, right? $399 would be a little bit more better. Hell, if the cabs are $399, but they're 2 inches smaller, and we're talking this, guys, 2 inches smaller and 2 inches shorter than that, I'm on that all day. Do the whole cornercade like that. That would be dope. As long as they don't shrink it. You don't want to shrink the height. If anything, you want them 2 inches higher. The Dynamo is like a perfect kind of height, even like make it even taller a little bit. Like boost these things up, but I don't want them fat like an XL. I don't want them fat because then I can, instead of fitting 8 down the aisle, maybe I only fit 6 or 5 or something like that. You don't want that. Yeah, and Haunt K was telling me, it weighs less too, saves on shipping. Again, we kind of alluded to that. Devastator Omega, are you looking for a Mortal Kombat done like this? Says, Mortal Kombat done right. Come across in the Casino Jam. Jason says this isn't going to be trickle down positive where they save money and they get more of what we want in innovations. Those days are long over. So we kind of think maybe Arcade1up's trying to save the money so they can just pocket it and kind of help pay off their debts. That could be what could be happening. Again, we've heard rumblings that the banks own them, kind of thing. Maybe they need to do this to just stay afloat and stay alive. And I don't know. At the end of the day, I truly don't know. And we're gonna find out together as a community. But I think the writing on the wall is there. At least they're trying. And I think this might be the future of what the Cavs might look like, guys. I mean, you got to evolve, get on or get out the way, kind of thing. Now, nobody has to buy this. We have NBA Jam. I would like to get my hands on one. I would love to just kind of get my hands on one to compare ours against that one. Again, our 2-player deck against that 2-player deck, the hand placement, the room, the button placement, all that jazz. I think I would love to do that. I'd love to compare it against the Casino K to kind of see them side by side next to each other. Yeah, I don't know. So I don't know. Let's check out with the chat here. Yeah, Kevin Claus. I mean, a lot of people can't see. I mean, this is like 50% casino. Okay, they can't see it 100%. Fizz Bassman says, if TMNT comes out like this and not like the Vault, I would be very disappointed. It's interesting to see the feedback. Now, again, I told Arcade1up to do 2 players from 4 players. I never mentioned to say, hey, throw a pedestal on the bottom and make them 2 inches smaller. I think, and I think that's just a cost cutting move. It's got to be, guys. Saving on MDF, saving on shipping. I mean, it all just lines up at the end of the day. And Jays want a stand up spy hunter after those leaks that we saw. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool. Too light for a racing cab. It's just something that floated past my mind as pedals. Would those be good? Would those be bad? I don't know. It's interesting to say the least. Let me see one thing here. I love doing things live. Okay, let's see. So yeah, okay, let's go back here. True, I didn't think of that. I'm talking about my feet. I'm a size 11. I'm 6 foot tall. Jason says my feet would be right on top of that crap. I'm size 13, 14. Dude, Jason is a big dude. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. That would be interesting because I'm only speaking upon me. Yeah, that's you'd be kind of on top of that then. That would be Oh no, Jason. So Chris Nooner, so Danny, look at your casino game. Does it look like it would be a good shooter? Too small, in my opinion. Now, obviously, it wouldn't be it'd be so Time Crisis is what, like 75 inches tall, 71 inches tall. That's what you would be looking at. Um, that would be a completely different form factor. So I guess with Time Crisis, it would just be an inch and a half or an inch in on each side, and the depth obviously would be bringing it in, which wouldn't be that bad, honestly, because Time Crisis is a big boy, and so is Big Buck Hunter. Like their depth is bigger for some reason. I don't know why they did that. They don't need to do that. These monitors are thin. I don't know. So yeah, I'm still trying to find somebody that owns the casino cade to compare this to. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, Devastator Omega says they need to get the Tekken 3 Namco license, and they raise a lot of eyebrows from the naysayers. Yeah, I mean, honestly, guys, I want you here. Let me bring this back up real quick. Let's take this down. Let's bring this back. I want you guys to give me some feedback here. I want you to be positive. I want you to be tell me the truth at the end of the day. So if this form factor came out in a Smash TV, are you passing? If this form factor came out in a Tekken, 1, 2, 3, Tekken Tag, whatever a Tekken Cab, are you passing? I want you to really think. Does the 2 inches matter that much? They're going to be lined the same. The 2 inches will only affect against the wall. But if you have all of these, let's say you have, 4 of them and that's your whole wall and you push them all back, that's when you'll save the room. But right now, if you were to just replace this with, X-Men in the middle there, you're going to bring that cab up so it's in line with the other one. So the 2 inches from the behind, you don't see that anyways. It doesn't even matter. Just throwing it out there. And the 2 inches shorter, now you can possibly, if you go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, you count down here. If you have 9 cabs, you can now fit a 10th in for free. So I want you to understand that. Remember, this is a safe spacing hobby. It's not a PS5 where you download a game. If I download Call of Duty, that doesn't take up a wall space on my wall. It just goes on my console. We repeated that 1,000 times here on the channel. So you have to figure out with people's arcades getting bigger, you gotta figure out a way that you can fit more arcades in, but not compromise on like the height and the screen size and maybe even the controls. And this is a great way to do that. Now, I would love to ping this off some of the other home arcade YouTubers because I want to get we've seen their reactions, but I want to get there. I want to ask them questions to get their. So we'll have to see if we can have some people on Because this was pretty big. I mean, this hit the home arcade community. Obviously, we're going to be talking about this for the next week. Like, why wouldn't you be? This is interesting stuff, and hopefully, other things trickle in about that. People like making fun of this thing. Like, I get it. Trust me. Like, look, it looks kind of goofy, right? But it's so funny. The people that make content on this that make fun of it. It's like I don't know what's worse, us talking about it and covering it, or you covering the people that are making fun. And like they touch grass kind of thing, right? Like, so I don't know. Let me know what you think. We'll kind of scroll down here. You guys might have to re-ask your question because we are long behind in the chat. But I'll tell you what, we're not behind in, and that's the super chat. So let's go. That's right, dude. We got Deviant for life with a $1.99 super chat. Let's go from Mrs. CC's eye drops. Mrs. CC tried, guys. She gave it her best, but she is hurting, and she had to go. We'll have to hit her up. We're gonna take her to the doctor tomorrow morning because that's what we gotta make sure she's okay. So hopefully, fingers crossed. We're hoping for her, guys. But thank you so much, man, for supporting the channel. That is gonna go to helping our light up coin doors and buttons. And I will say this, Arcade1up, the newest NBA Jam Deluxe that they got coming out with the Casino Cade bottom there. It's not going to come up with light up coin doors, but that's okay because you can take these coin doors out and you can put it in the new one. So, once we've reached that, I think 22, 21 because the Casino Cade doesn't light up. But once we have the 21 coin doors, we can kind of like, if we sell a cab, we can always put them in the new one. So we wanted to buy them ever again, which is cool. And we can do the same thing with the buttons. Speaking of a little button update here, our teammolding.com did get back to me on those buttons, and they made a mistake, but they sent the email at 7:30 in the morning. I didn't see it until like 3 in the afternoon, so they didn't rate me back. I wrote them back 3 emails, so hopefully they'll get back to me in touch because we ordered Industrial Lorenzo red and blue and white, but they gave us Suzo half white. So for long and short, the white buttons are a little bit taller than the other buttons. So we hopefully are going to take those Suzo halves and move them into the centipede cab. So we'll see what happens. Also, a little bit of news and notes here. We were thinking about upgrading Time Crisis to a 19-inch monitor, and then I can take the Time Crisis monitor and move it into Centipede, killing 2 birds with 1 stone because that would be a BOE monitor. But how do I have to like decase it, or what do I have to do with that? Am I just swapping the PCBs? Is that a simple plug? Because if that's a simple plug and play, I mean, the monitor is $209. So we would definitely have to get some super chats behind that, if you know what I'm saying. But that would be really cool because that would save a Centipede cab. But I don't know, with all these like reformatting of form factors and stuff, man, I don't know. Yeah, and Goofy Foot touching back is kind of like the anti-mod cabinet because they're not really supporting the community with those risers because you got that big bar at the bottom there. No, Gamer Fridge, I don't know about that. I don't know. We'll see. Dane Marshall's in the building saying this cab makes the first gen look better. The shallow design just makes it look very unauthentic to an actual real arcade. Good points. I like that. I'm looking at it as like, so if I had, let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to count to see if like I could, if I can get one more in, maybe you're right. I don't know. It's hard because it's just 2 inches. Like again, I'd have to see it like I'd have to see it because when I got the Casino Cade in, yeah, I mean the top part's gonna be real thin up here, but it's not gonna be like that on the. I mean, you're talking the top part. There's like 6 inches. It's not gonna be like that. It's a different form factor. So I don't know. We'll see. And it's got me pulled in 2 different directions, and it's like, wow, they did the 2-player. This is dope. This is cool. Like, but then it's like, oh man, what are you doing? But again, this might be Arcade1up. Like, hey guys, and again, this would be the perfect opportunity for them to come out and say something, right? Like, hey guys, and again, maybe they can't because of the lawsuit, whatever. Saying like, hey, we had to change it because ThinkUp owns the rights to that, and we can't use that anymore. So then I think we would understand. Oh, okay, well you have to do this, so we got to make the best of a bad situation. Retro Gaming Guy says, I think you'd have to be making love to it if you hit your foot on it. Yeah, I mean, you're going to be real close. I don't know if you get the big shoes. Someone will stub their toe 100%. It's funny. Let's see here. Mike Hawkard says, real arcades going back to the 70s never had calves that are all uniform. It's more natural to have different calves in exactly the same scale. 100%, Mike. So, Mike, this is something that I and my OCD had to get over. When Mrs. Cornicky was telling me, I was like, oh, I don't know, like I don't know if we should get that one because it's like really big and it's like weird. She's like, no, like an arcade has all different sizes and shapes. That's what makes them unique. And you go up to this one, you go up to that one, and that's for that reason. So I was like, okay, like I kind of just let it go. I kind of like let that OCD go. Like it doesn't have to be everything uniform. So 100%. Now I would assume that they are going to, obviously this is a midway style. I'm sure there's I can almost guarantee this, guys, that this is going to be the new form factor going forward. Like, why would you just randomly come out with an NBA Jam like this, right? So there's going to be a dynamo that's going to look like this with the. It's going to be very interesting. Again, it's going to be something we're going to have to get used to, guys, because I don't think this is just like a junior deluxe edition and they got their deluxe line. I think this is the form factor going forward. So you either got to get up or get out the way. Like, and that's just life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing that we can control. You just choose not to buy it if you don't like it, kind of thing. But I think we will see a dynamo form factor in this. We'll probably see a racer like this. It's going to be very interesting. I mean, we're going to be talking home arcades and Arcade1up. We got a lot of things on the horizon. And Dane Marshall says, we've been asking for XLs and we get the shallowest small cabinet ever, like the exact opposite. I think 100%, Dane. I got to be honest. I think they should do like this line deluxe, have the XL and have the party cade. I think those should be the big three. Everything else, go bye-bye kind of thing. The baby cades, the junior cade, the collector cades, the corner cades, all that should go bye-bye. I think honestly they should just have, because then you're tailoring to everybody. You're tailoring to the masses with the deluxe line. You're tailoring towards people maybe that are in like a New York, studio apartment that only have room for like party cades, but they can still have some cool product, have retro fun times, put some lights underneath it with a bunch of bar stools. Like that'd be cool. A little retro arcade, put a neon sign up top, make it look cool, and then tailor to people that want the XL, that want that closer form factor. Because I don't think you're wrong at the end of the day. I think you can do that. I don't know why they haven't divulged into the XL line. I think that they just kept it to Shop Hippo, or no, the Shop Co exclusive or whatever, Sam's Club. It's like, oh, okay, well, why? I guess maybe was that the only retailer that bought into this, that wanted it? I think the crappier monitors really hurt the NBA Jam and the Golden Tee for sure, and that's I don't know. It's interesting. Let's see here. Ezekiel, did I miss the super chats? I thought I got to him. Let me scroll up here. I'm pretty sure I got to him. Yep, I got to him. Thank you, though. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate you getting my back, guys. Let's see. Alfred Burger's waiting for John D to pop out and say, Toasty! That would be very, very funny. Let's see here. Relapse says there's nothing wrong with the form factor. Honestly, only knitting pedestal throws it off for being a bad product. Yeah, I think that's the biggest one. That random pedestal. Like, is that for support? Like, why is that? But again, they maybe had to add it just to get away completely from it being the Think Ups design at the end of the day. And guys, I'm sure I'm gonna cross paths with. We're gonna try to get people on the show. I want other people's intakes and opinions on this too. I mean, a lot of people don't like it, but it's interesting. It's just interesting. Zero Redux says James hates everything. Found it. Proper credit. Found what? Oh, the Arcade1up air hockey. Let's go. That was a very interesting leak there. Oh, sweet. Zero Redux. FYI, Joe Sable's 4th of July sale has begun. What's the sale? Zero, let us know in the chat. What is the sale? I'm trying to catch up to the chat here. Oh, yes. We're catching up. We're catching up big like this $2 super coming in hot. Let's go. All right, man. Kevin Clausen with a $2 bill. Thank you so much, Kevin, for supporting the channel. Says, yeah, Make a profit and let someone else run it. Hey, if that's what it takes to get the job done, for us to get XLs, for us to get cool titles, then let it be, right? Like, I don't care. I have said this 100 times. I have nothing against the people at Arcade1up. Like, they gave me the cold shoulder, whatever the case may be. I could care less. I don't care who's in that company as long as we get cool shit. We get good games. We get the right form factors. We get the correct pricing. Like, make this hobby fun again. This is retro gaming. We should have fun doing this. And that's it, right? Like, it shouldn't be like, oh my God, I got to wait a year for an XL, or I got to wait a year for like a cool deluxe and a new game. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, look at how many sales you're missing out on. It's just, I don't know, it's weird. But Kevin, thank you as always for supporting the channel with that $2 bill. Appreciate it a lot. Yeah, the Four Horsemen's like, I'm 6'8". And so he's like, dude, I'd be towering over this thing. Like, yeah, for people that are like taller, I don't know how y'all do it with the deluxe line. You gotta crank these things on some Joel risers for sure. Like, or to get that XL line because it's so big. Devastator Omega is in the house saying would still need some type of riser. Devastator isn't just a nickname I gave to myself. So you're just like a big transformer. Yeah. Yeah, you got to put it on them risers for sure, like 100%. I think Joel has like the best out there because it's just inline and flush. That's something that Bicep Sword needs to, or Bicep Arcades needs to improve on. It's just like a box that's on the bottom. They really need to make them inline for sure. That 16-bit guy, new name to the channel. Thanks for coming by, man. They need a fresh banger of a game to draw interest. Rehashes aren't going to save a sinking ship. 110%. Now there are games that need the rehashers. I mean, guys, if they came out with a one-player Frogger in this, I mean, we have to understand that like they might be limited to not having Sega anymore, not having Konami. We're kind of getting that vibes. So it's like, okay, what do they have? They got Bandai Namco, they got Midway, and they got Atari. So like, would you take a Crystal Castles in this form factor? Shit, I'm just gonna throw out there. Would you, with the right form factor, the Centipede, the same form factor, would you take a Centipede in this? I think I would. I honestly think I would. And I'm just telling you the truth, guys. Like, because that form factor being that like deluxe without the riser. I mean, I was a fan of the risers, guys. There was nothing wrong with the riser. I think it helped Arcade1up save money on like all this prices of wood, and we've seen the evolution. There's less and less and less wood being in these things, lighter and lighter and lighter. There's obviously a correlation there. They're trying to save money, and the riser was more stable, 100%. But the deluxe line, okay, I can make some concessions, maybe just push them in a little bit tighter and see if that works. And now we're at like the third integration. This is like the Deluxe 2.0. Guys, we went through the Cornercade 2.0. This is the Deluxe 2.0. I don't hate it. I gotta be honest with you guys. Now, this isn't the form factor I wanted, so don't take that and clip it and take it out of context. That's not what I'm saying. At the end of the day, if I could get a Tekken in this form factor, hell yeah, I'm excited. I'm not the kind of guy that wants to buy Tekken on Steam and just play it on my computer. That's not the right form factor. I want arcade cabinets. This is an arcade hobby. It was a home arcade community. That's why everybody's here tonight. Like, so, I'm just saying that would be cool. Now the pedestal is throwing me off big time, but if it's 2 inches shorter, 2 inches more, I can live with that. At the end of the day, if it's gonna help Arcade1up come out with some banger titles, I can live with it. It's just the pedestal is really hard, and they might have had to add that in again. Don't want to beat a dead horse, but maybe because of the lawsuit. At the end of the day, that's just my the first thing that kind of came up. It might be really touched on that and said, hey guys, it could be because of this. At the end of the day. Chris said it's day one and it's already a topic that's been beaten to death. Honestly, man, think it's safe to say most I've seen aren't impressed. Yeah, to each their own. You know what I'm saying? Like I threw out, hey, I think everybody can agree that the 4 players all need to be 2 players. Bottom line, end of story. Don't care what's up. Like these things have online. Go online if you want to play with more people, 100%. Now, it'd be interesting to see if they were able to. I don't know the Konami status, but if they were able to come out with a Turtles, right? Turtles Deluxe 2-player, you're going to have to redo a little things or rework the joysticks to be able to free select the Turtles kind of thing, for example. Because you can free select the characters in X-Men, but you can't do it in Simpsons and in Turtles. So that'd be interesting to see. Evil Genius Arcade is in the building. Thank you so much, man. Or Evil Genius Entertainment, I should say. Thank you so much, man, for stopping by. Why is it almost like Arcade1up is never going to make a cab with new titles? Because right now that's development costs and they are hurting. They need to get some cash. They need to have these things sell, make a profit, so they can turn around and invest into other things or get retailers to kind of buy into, hey, look at, we just sold NBA Jam Deluxe. Let's get this on board. So, Evil Genius Entertainment also says this announcement is even sillier than the X-Men 97, which at least had new art and a new marquee. It's fair. I think with this new form factor, it's definitely kind of asking questions, raising eyebrows, and saying, okay, what's going on here? Because this is definitely different. Goofy Foot said all of the cabinets you have the casino cane for your backdrop. To be fair, this stuff isn't for show, Goofy Foot. We play this on a daily. So this was the last spot that I had available because this is, hey, look at here. Here's a great example, guys. We ribbed this thing to hell. It's too small, 2 inches here, 2 inches at a pedestal. Let's slow it down a little bit. So this casino cane was able to fit here because it's skinnier. So it works. Like this, you're seeing it live right here, and it's kind of hitting me that I was able to fit another arcade in. Think about it. That's another sale for Arcade1up. Look, I told you guys 100%. If you have 4-player cabinets lined up, right? Well, in reality, you could probably fit 7 or 8 2-player cabinets. So that's twice the amount of sales Arcade1up is saying no to. They said they did 4 million cabinets. So what if you could do 8 million? The number starts to like, oh, wow, okay, maybe we're not in a financial hole. I don't know, right? I don't know. I'm not saying it's that simple of a problem, but it's clearly something they're looking at if they were to have made this prototype and put it into production and the retailer said, let's do this kind of thing. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, we're going to shift some things here in the cornercade. So once WrestleMania is complete and we have that built, we're going to be shifting our desk to where Mrs. CC was sitting. That's going to be the permanent spot. We're going to have 2 arcades that go here. And I might put the Wheel of Fortune kind of out of the arcade in a corner. We'll see, because it's not really like, I got it, guys, on a steal of $250. And my wife kind of wanted it, and I know her mom wanted it, and I actually have fun playing it, to be quite honest with you. So, but it's not like a retro arcade. So I was thinking about maybe putting it somewhere else, or maybe we make Pinball Alley in the hallway closet area. Maybe we put the casino arcade there. I don't know. We got some options, but there's going to be some things that are kind of changing over once a new cabinet comes in because it's going to change some things. Also, total side note, I was thinking about trading. Selling my class of 81 and getting Miss Pac-Man. Let me know in the chat if that'd be a good idea. Let me know. Okay, Steven says, I won't buy this form factor, and neither should you guys. Don't be a conformist. I mean, there's a lot of feedback here on just this isn't gonna work. This isn't good. It's refreshing to see, and it's cool, man. Like we got to know the truth. We got to know the truth at the end of the day. We got to let our voices be heard. I think the chat can collectively agree that the 2-player motto, you've seen it here in the corner, Kate. I mean, I was able to keep Blitz, NBA Jam, X-Men, Simpsons. Like, I was able to keep all these cats because I made them 2-player. I think that's just a no-brainer, right? But this might be a little bit different. Mikey Eunice here. Let's go, man. I don't usually see you here, so it's very exciting. It says Cornercade is the new Think Up product developer for Arcade1up. Let's go. I appreciate that, dude. I'm telling you, I think it's a big miss that they don't at least give me a phone call and a Skype and let me just jot down some ideas for you, right? And I want like I'll give me 0.5%. I won't even take 3%. Give me 0.5%. Let us just be able to have the actually, you know what? Don't give me any percent. How about you do this? How about every title you just send to me for free? That would be dope. We can review everything. There's a lot of ideas that I have in here that I don't always share on stream that I think would be really cool that they do. And obviously new games. I said it 100%. I said the play guard deck is going to be a no-brainer win. That was a win. The 2 players from 4 players a win. Light up coin doors is a must. You need to do that on every single cabinet. I don't care how much it costs. That's not even a factor. I mean, we always want the real buttons and stuff. That's just not going to happen at this point. It's just kind of obvious, but it stinks. But yeah, I appreciate the kind comment. Calvin Wong says, "Is Gorf owned by Atari?" I think so. Do we want a Gorf cabinet though? It's not the first. I mean, Quarter Deck Arcade would just love that. That's like his favorite title, but I don't think that that's going to be one that I'm raising my hand for right away. But new games are better no matter what, guys, because like, does Robotron Smash TV blow me out of the water? No, but I think it would be cool. I think it would be cool. We would get it because it's a new game. So that's what we're kind of looking for. So it's 20% off. I'm gonna have to message Sabos and be like, hey, not for nothing, but I ordered the marquee and it hasn't even been made yet. So can I apply the 20% to WrestleMania to the WrestleMania marquee? That'd be cool. Thank you for sharing that, Jason. I'll have to go over there and check some stuff out then. Let's see here. Cornercade. How much are they paying you for these concepts? You zilch. Yeah, trust me, they stole Glenn's idea and they're not paying him anything either. So they're not paying nobody nothing. I mean, that's probably why I think I'm suing them because they're not paying anybody. Stardust, thank you so much, man, for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't think that's the case because Mikey and this notion will go out there because it does look goofy at the end. Let's just admit it. Like having the pedestal there, you got to hold it with your foot to try to keep it. I don't know why the pedestal's there. To be quite honest with you, I unless it was just like from the casino cave that I gave it that like casino-y feel. Like, do casinos have that? I don't know. I don't go to casinos. So the slot machines have that. I don't know, dude. I don't. So that's my 2 cents. Maybe it just makes it look like a real slot machine. I don't know. So maybe that's why they added it. But why did they add it? That's just weird. And obviously, it looks totally ridiculous on an NBA Jam. But at the end of the day, like again, the main thing I'm kind of overlooking that right now because of the 2 inches in, the 2 inches depth, and the 2 player control panel. Okay, not too bad. I just have to put up with this kind of pedestal thing. Hmm. Okay, that's interesting. I think that's the biggest like elephant in the room is that pedestal. I think everything I can get over the 2 inches, but from looking at the chat, it looks like you can't. It looks like that, from going from 20 to 18 is a big change. I don't know. Chris Nooner says, being tall myself, I sit on a stool. I'm playing one of the one-ups, even Ridge Racer with the buy stuff 20-inch lift kit. It's tough for you guys that are tall. It's got to be tough because you got to look at it as like, for us, I mean, you could be swapping out the buttons and putting the light up coin doors in, but you're looking at added costs when you're buying this thing, and you're looking at $100 riser. So, a guy like Chris Nooner here, it's like, okay, you look at the $4.99. Well, it's really $5.99 for me because I got to go get an inline riser from Joel and make this thing like 5 inch or 4 inches taller, kind of 6 inches taller, like so. Yeah, or go to buy stuffs kind of thing and get that 20-inch lift kit is insanity. Like, so it's really, I mean, I don't know. That's hard, man. That sucks. Stupid Fat Hobbit is here. Thank you so much, man, for stopping by. I'm convinced One Up's next announcement is going to be an arcade Game Boy. I hope not. That's unless I got a license to Nintendo. Relapse wants to know what's your overall rating. I'll give the NBA Jam an 8.5 out of 10. Let's see if I can bring it up here so you guys can see. You guys got to get a visual here. Again, initial thoughts. I was looking at this. I'm like, okay, 2-player, that's sick. What in the world? Why does it look skinny? Like, why? It looked like it shrank in the dryer a little bit. And I'm like, okay, it's not that bad. But I will say this, and just looking at it, I mean, you're really gonna have to. You do like a Killer Instinct in this with Spinal on the side, like. How is that gonna look? Like that thing's gonna be really cut off as far as artwork. But again, it's only 2 inches. It just looks like a lot more. Like you're looking at the top part, right? So let me highlight this. Like you're looking up here, guys, right? And it just looks so small. Like, how are you gonna do that? But again, it's only 2 inches. So you'd only have up to here anyways. I honestly think the pictures and the renders make this a lot worse than what it is. Kind of like what they did with the Atari 50. It was kind of like mocked and laughed out of the room, right? But then we got it in the corner case. I'm like, you know what? This cat doesn't actually look that bad, honestly. Like, the form factor was trash because we had those cutoff line of sight issues. But if we were to give a rating, I mean, I would just give it a solid 7 right now. But I do like I do like what they took a step forward, like a lot of people are saying with the 2-player decks. Arcade1up, don't change that, please. God, no, this is not what we're critiquing it for. We want to know why the hell that there's a foot pedal at the bottom of this thing. Like, if I can zoom in here, why is there? I can't zoom. This is the closest I can get. Why? What is this? Like, why do you have that? And again, does that 2 inches make it a tipping hazard? I don't know. So I wouldn't know until I got my hands on this. Again, a lot of questions. It's easy to point fingers and just laugh right away because it does look weird and awkward and misplaced 100%, guys. That's not what I'm saying at all. I just think, I don't know. I gotta see it, but I do think they made a lot of good strides. Again, the 2 inches really doesn't bother me, and then the control deck is awesome. But why? Why is that pedestal there? And again, it could just be the lawsuit again, or because I think it has to be the lawsuit. If we actually look at this thing, because why would you add wood to this unless it was a safety concern, like they could get sued if this tipped on somebody kind of thing? Why would they add more wood if it wasn't with a lawsuit? Because they're trying to cut back on wood, right? Why would you add more wood? So one would have to think that this would be a lawsuit type thing. I don't know, right? Because they have to change the form factor. Just throwing it out there. Devastator Omega says if they communicated with the community, Arcade1up would announce a title, put a poll to decide on the choice of the form factor, or choose to buy it with the design one wants. The only problem I see with that, and this is what I mentioned a long time ago, is that if you want to do the 4-player, it's fine. But then give the option of when you're in the drop down to select a 2-player. For them to make these things in a massive production scale, it's got to be cookie cutter. So they kind of have to they can't do like all these custom things. It's just going to cost them too much. It's just not going to be worth the squeeze at the end of the day. It's got to be cookie cutter, mass produced, and massively bought at the end of the day. Yeah, Mikey Yoon says we didn't see an NBA Jam Casino Cade on that leaked list from previous, which is interesting. No, we did not at all. Let's see what we got here. The Champagne Room says, what's with the bottom piece of wood on the Wheel of Fortune? Do you have to step on it to keep it sturdy? No, you don't have to. You don't have to touch it. I don't know why it's there. Like we've touched on this already. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit behind in the chat, but like, yeah, I don't know why it's there. You don't have to step on it though. That thing's it's not moving. I mean, I haven't been up. I showed you guys. Evil Genius Entertainment. What's most bizarre about this new NBA Jam design is that 2 grown men still cannot play on it comfortably. And that's a good point. We don't know, with you shrinking it 2 inches. Let's back it up here real quick. Let's go to the control panel again. With you shrinking it 2 inches, like, why did my computer just freak out like that? That's going to bring everything in control panel wise too. So you're kind of like, are you shooting yourself in the foot? Like what is that going to look like? I kind of expressed like that live button is terrible placement. Why would you put that there? You should put it up here. Wait here. I can't see that. You should put it up here. Like put the live button here, You got the instructions, live button here, player 1, 2. I don't know. Again, we got to make assumptions because we don't have it in the house. We could get it here and be like, guys, this is actually really dope. Like you put it in line with the other ones, it looks beautiful. Don't know. I think the only thing that's going to be a sore thumb is that pedestal on the bottom. But again, maybe they had to do that because of the lawsuit. Jason says, if you still have Galaga, get the Miss Pac-Man XL in black deluxe. You can always reskin it to blue and pink. Then ditch the Class 81. You won't want a future busted Miss Pac-Man cab. Wait a minute. I'm trying to understand this. If you have Galaga, which I do, I have the Galaga Deluxe, get the Miss Pac-Man XL. No, we're not getting XL. I think he no. So you think I should do the Miss Pac-Man Deluxe? It's so expensive. Why is that $5.99? It's so. Oh yeah, there we go. Thank you for clarifying that. He says that should have read Miss Pac-Man Deluxe. Yeah, I think that'd be kind of cool. Like It'd be one less coin door I'd have to light up. Not that that's the end of the world. I mean, they're $18 a pop, and you can probably get them cheaper with the on brand from Walmart. I get that. But we're doing this right. We're supporting a local company. I'm not supporting Walmart kind of thing. We're supporting a local company in Laramie over at Retro 530. And speaking of which, guys, you already know we got that Cornercade coupon code, the Let's Go 530. Save yourself 10% off the light up coin doors for your home arcade, guys. If you want to go ahead and scan that, it's going to take you to the website, but use the code Let's Go 530 to save 10%. Save you a couple bucks on those light up coin doors for sure. But yeah, I think light up coin door would be cool, pretty cool. You get the light up buttons and you get like a Miss Pac-Man dedicated cap. Class 81 is fun. I did a review on it. We had some fun with it. But I was just kind of thinking, I was like, what if you had like just a Miss Pac-Man dedicated cap with that pink trim? I think it would pop. Now, obviously, it's not that blue, pink design that we've all grown accustomed to. It's the black pink. I think the black and pink look cool. Like it's something different. I'm not hating against it. At the end of the day, I know, like Michael B, for example, just like, oh, absolutely not, kind of thing. But it doesn't bother me all that much, to be quite honest with you. I used to be real, my OCD again, real anal. I was like, no, it's got to have the correct artwork, or I don't want it, kind of thing. But no, I think this is pretty. It's okay. Evil Genius says any new title would make it interesting. Same PCB yet again. Very weird. Yes, 100%. Like any new title would just be. That's what we're looking for. Nobody's gonna deny anything about that. Let me see if I can catch up with you guys here. Okay, cool. Finally, we are caught up, guys. Thank you for being so active in the chat. So guys, I mean, at the end of the day, like, what do you guys, we clearly heard some feedback here. At the end of the day, people are kind of just like, what? But maybe it's because it's, MBJM and it's not your kind of, okay, let's see what else is in the making. Now, obviously, I think they nailed it out of the park with the Deluxe. And again, I'm pretty sure that if we're putting the pieces together, again, we'll have people on later in the week, but I think if you put the pieces together, just my assumption, just look outside looking in, coming home from work right now, that these designs, the Dynamo, like all these designs are copywritten to think up. And Think Up doesn't work for them anymore. So they said, well, we're taking our designs and we're going home. And Think Up, let me tell you something. I get it. Like, you want to get your share of the money too. But if you're going to sue Arcade1up over this, then you damn well better come up with some shit. Like, you're going to take these designs and go home. Don't put them in a closet. Go re-release these cabs and do something. Making a big deal out of it. And I get it. Money's on the line 100%. But if you're not going to do anything with that money, then who the hell cares? Right? Like, make an agreement with Arcade1up, take 1% of the sales or something, do something to help fund, your little shuffle golf shit. Like, that would be cool. It would help you, it would help them, and help everybody. But maybe that's the problem here, is they can't use that design going forward. So I don't know. That's just my best guess, guys. I reiterated this over in the chat, over the stream tonight. So yeah. Relapse says maybe this NBA Jam is extra parts from Countercade that Arcade1up just added to the base to make it like a cabinet, kind of like the Casino Cade. Kind of funny there for sure. Yeah, and I wish we all love Evil Genius. I wish we could have him on, but he has stinky poo internet. But he did tell me he's gonna get Starlink soon, so maybe we get Evil Genius back into the corner cake, because that'd be pretty cool. Rocking the Starlink. He's got to have internet space. Mikey U says Cornercade has a million ideas. They should hire you for product development. God, that would be so cool. How cool would it be, like testing these things out and doing product of? Oh my God, that'd be like a dream job. Unbelievable. Yes, Mikey. Yes, let's go. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Papa Brad says the company, all the shills are attacking, designed all these calves you say you love. Okay. What's going on, Terry B? Let's go, dude. The fourth horseman says, I wonder why they didn't contact the community and ask what the fans thought about the new deluxe cabs. Maybe they should have had a redesign contest to win a free cab. When we talked about putting the Infinity game board table and a bunch of random stuff, maybe that would have been a good idea, right? Yeah, I just think that this is like the route they chose. Okay, this is still the kind of like keeps the form factor, but doesn't change everything dramatically? I don't know. Like, I don't know that pedestal right there. The footer on the arcade. It's gotta be because of a tipping hazard. Because like that just looks weird. Like, so it's got to be guys from a tipping hazard. Because there's no other way. That I don't know. Let me take a look here. Let me take a look at my casino kit real quick. That is about like 2.5, 3 inches, that little pedestal. So maybe that's why. Maybe that's because of a tipping hazard. Because if that's 2.5, 3 inches, and normally, on these deluxe, they don't have that, so that it can't tip over. Maybe they have to have that. It's like regulated because it could be a tipping hazard. I don't know. Yeah, that'd be dope. Like Goofy Foot, Think Up just needs to start selling like these blank cabinet kits. That would be awesome, right? Yeah, Ken, 100%. He's like, I hope they do that 6-player X-Men. That would be insane. I think there's zero chance of that happening, but I want that to happen 120,000%. That's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Chris is in the building. Says I have a 4-player deluxe with the bicep riser. It's perfect, but I'm not gonna defend this goddamn train wreck of a cam. What about my 2-player behind me? You can kind of see it there. Do you like the 2-player X-Men? You don't have to like it, because at the end of the day, it's mine. It's all mine, and it's not going nowhere. But we made ours into a 2-player. So again, we did it with the Simpsons here. We did a lot of 2-players to help save space and to cram more arcades. And now, look, I'm a component of making a 2-player from 4-player, but I am not. Thank you, Chris. What didn't matter regardless, because I love it. But he's like, I love it. That's cool. Thank you, man. But I'm a component of the 2-player. Nobody told them to make this thing 2 inches shorter, or 2 inches skinnier, and 2 inches shorter in depth. Nobody said that. Not one person in the community. And definitely nobody said, hey, put a pedestal on the bottom of that thing, too. Yeah, 0%. So if you're saying, Ken says, so if you're saying there's only 0% chance, and I guess I'll get the 4-player one. Say, yeah, get the 4-player one now, Ken, because they might not have a relationship with Konami anymore, where they might not be able to produce this cabinet. So at the end of the day, hear me out. Get the 4-player, right? If you're crazy and you can somehow build the 6-player, you can at least put the 4-player guts, and you still have the encoder board and the PCB, and you could put that into it. Wouldn't be a 6-player X-Men, it would be like a 4-player X-Men, because you wouldn't have to do a different encoder board, but still, you could possibly make a dream of a 4-player cabinet looking that cool. Papa Brad says the new design shows just how out of touch Arcade1up is with their own community. Again, this could be like, this might not be if they're doing it. It might be like, hey guys, we have to kind of change a little bit because of this lawsuit, or we have to change it because if we don't, we're going to go out of business. And this is us future proofing ourselves to try to get some more money back into saving the company. And at the end of the day, I mean, the company being here is better than it's not, or is it? That's the question you have to ask yourself at the end of the day. But guys, I appreciate each and every one of you guys being here tonight live in the building, guys. We're not going to stop. There's going to be much more talk about this. I want to bring people in to kind of get their 2 cents. One of the content creators, I want to know what they think too. But guys, most importantly, we heard your voice, but you catch us on the replay. We want to know what you think in the comments down below, guys. Let me know. Leave a comment down below. Please, guys, if you haven't, give this video a like. I always need the support. We always appreciate the support. Comment, likes, and subscribe to the channel if you have. It's a couple new faces here in the building. Absolutely love it, guys. What is your take? I got to go see if Mrs. CC is okay and checking on my daughter. But, guys, this is Danny from the Corner K, guys, and I appreciate everybody being out here. We're going to have more NBA Jam Deluxe Junior talk in the future, I promise you. This is Danny from the Corner K, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Peace. Guys, I love you. Let's go. We're still here live into the building. Let me just quick send my wife a text. See what she's up to. See if she's doing okay. You guys already know the after show. Oh my god. So apparently I had I had text on And that like voice to text, it was a whole paragraph. Okay, let me just see. Let me see if she's okay. Guys, this is the after party to the after party. Let's go, guys. Jason says, next show, every time I hear guys, I'm taking a shot. Wish me luck. Oh, Jesus. Not for me. You'll be passed out. You'll be passed out, kid. I can't believe it. We still have everybody here. Did anybody leave? Okay, let's see. Okay, so she got her daughter to bed, which is good. She's in the bathroom. Maybe she can come back in. We get her thoughts. We never got Mrs. Cornercane's thoughts, guys. That's kind of like a bonus to the after party. I think everybody's still here, guys. I love and adore this community so much, guys. Oh, you guys like the bonus content? Let's go. This is not for members only. This is actually for everybody. Okay, she's gonna come back. We're gonna get her opinion. Maybe we'll play some Casino Cade. No, I'm just kidding. We got to do that though. All jokes aside, I think it would actually be really cool to have like a camera on the Casino Cade. You guys can help guess the puzzles that we got going on, have some fun. Yeah, dude, this is part 2 of the after party to the after party. I'm actually shocked that we still had like 61 people ending, and we still have 61 people here in the building, guys. That just put a smile on my face. Nobody left. Everyone was like, hold on, we gotta stay here. Hold on. I don't know, man. My thoughts on this is a very interesting product. I mean, you guys heard me ramble on for about an hour and a half now. Yeah, it's gonna. This might be the future, guys. So, like I said, buckle up or shut up. I guess I don't know what to say. Like, right? Like, I mean, this might be our only chance. If we're gonna get a Smash TV, I'll take a Smash TV in this. It's better than nothing at the end of the day. Chris, I appreciate it. Like, I can't quit you, man. Oh, so funny. Jason says she doesn't answer my messages on the toilet. I guess I don't. I guess I don't rate. Oh boy. Let's see here. My wife said, she said, who are you talking to? I'm like, I'm still live. uh, so funny. My wife's a trooper, man. It sucks at what she's going through right now. So Goofyfoot says, I'm actually up waiting to put my laundry in the dryer. Well, here, I'll try to keep you entertained as long as I can. I mean, we started on Monday. It's now Tuesday, guys. It's Tuesday. She said, oh. Evil Genius. Oh, we got some people that dropped off. Let's go. It's down to 40 now. If this was a new title and a single player setup, I might actually buy it. But as it's neither of those things, oh, Genius, just get it. Stop it. Don't find an excuse not to. Find an excuse to get it. Yeah, like Papa Brad was like, that's kind of a low bar here. So look at $4.99 cheaper, right? Worked for MVC2. It's 2-player, which will be able to fit easily in your arcade. It's got the original NBA Jam marquee. Terry, she's got her eye infection like came back. She got poked in the eye by my daughter, and it's not good. Oh, we had an after party that John D, you gotta join the after party, man. He's here live into the building. Hold on. Let's go. Okay, John D, where you been for the last like almost 2 hours, my guy? Says everyone, please start upgrading your caves from your deluxe collection to the new deluxe slim collection. Okay, TTFN. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. This might be the new deluxe, and get up or get out the way, kids. Like, you either like it or you don't. Hopefully our boy here will come out with something. I don't know. Hopefully New Wave Toys does. But again, it's like, damn, like I just got to a point where it's like, dope, my collection is dope. It's all like, no 57-inch calves, like it's all good form factors, and it's like, ugh, now we gotta change the body styles again. Ugh. My God. Terry B, the Cornercade at John D. So Arcade1up. No, man, we got to come up with a better title. We got to come up with a better title like that. It'd be called like Retro. No, I don't know. We had to no what Arcade2up. We had to come up with like Arcade something. It's got to definitely have the arcade name in it for sure. Jason says, upgrading my machines, chances are between slim and none. Slim has left the building. Let's go. So it's none. I guess I'll have to be that guy that tries it for you, right? And say, hey guys, it's actually not that bad. It's actually not that bad. The pedestal, I mean, you just cut it off or something, right? And there's paint the front, but it's not that bad. I don't know. Well, there you go. There you go, Papa Brad. John D's still here live. He says, to that question, he says, John D, are you bringing some heat back to this community or what? He said, that would be the dream. Let's go, man. That would be the dream for sure. Guys, this is the after party to the after party. I think, hey, John D, Miss Cornercade is going to come back. I don't know. She went to put our daughter to sleep. So, if she comes back, are you gonna call? You don't have to do a face. Can you call in? Can you call into the after show? Wouldn't that be dope? Like a radio show. You just call in. Just all we have to hear is your voice. Just say hello and you can leave. That'd be so funny. Guys, we're just the after party. We got 40 people here. We're just chilling. We're waiting on Mrs. CC's her take on the new NBA Jam. I think she's gonna poo all over it, but we'll see. Okay, she said, man, you know what's up. That's what Terry B's saying. Thanks for all the great Cavs back in the day. 100%. I mean, what John D, Scott Backrack, and the boys did with Arcade1up was, I mean, look what we had. Like this do I need to say more? Like, look at the picture. Like, totally transformed my life, transformed my kid's life. I never would have been on YouTube. My son, who's 2, points to the TV and he says, "Dad, Dad, Dad." And he wants to watch he wants to watch a superhero on TV. And like, I don't want to tear up or anything, but like, it's cool. It's cool. At the end of the day, it's cool. I mean, this would have never happened, and there's no way I'm bringing real arcades up the stairs, guys. I've already told you that. He wants to. He loves the theme music. My daughter loves it too, but it's just because my daughter can actually talk a little bit more articulate than my son. But he says he just says Dad, Dad. He points to the TV like he wants to watch Dad, and we put it on, and he's just having a time of his life. He was doing that all day today, dancing to the intro music. It's cool. Like, totally transformed our family's hobbies and everything. And I mean, I can't say thank you enough to John D and all the boys over there that currently work for Arcade1up and have worked for Arcade1up in the past. But we got Mrs. Cornercade in the building, guys. She's very festive tonight. Miss CC, do you still have your mic on? No. Okay, here. Why would I just be out there with my mic? I don't. God knows. Who knows? Okay, so. Okay, so hold the mic. You can hold it up or whatever.
What's up?
We want to. Okay, so you want to show the chat your eye because this is the after party. Okay, well her eye is beat, so that's why she got the festive glasses on. But just want to know, what are your thoughts on this NBA Jam? Just you don't have to be goofy with it. Just be honest, like from top to bottom. What do you think? Price point? Well, you're just like fuck them. It's like, well, just I guess to tell the truth, I guess.
I don't like it.
Okay, so what don't you like about it? Because that's a lot of what the chat is saying.
I don't like the form factor. I'm sick of them changing the form factor. I don't care what the reason is. I think it's another like XL situation. They're never going to be able to make enough for someone to have an entire arcade with that form factor.
So this might be, though, the form factor that's going to be the new thing.
It doesn't matter. They're still never going to make enough. It's Arcade1up.
You can answer John D here.
What? You look like the 4th of July. Thank you.
Yeah, her eye.
I was going to wear my scrunchie that has blinking lights, but I didn't want to upset anybody.
How bad is it? Like, I don't want the lights.
It's really bad. I can't. Do you see that?
Yeah, it looked like she went like 5 rounds.
Mess.
So like she went 5 rounds of Tyson, but we're gonna have to take her to the hospital tomorrow. She tried to tough it up. No, there's
now it's gonna start watering really bad just from that.
No, it's okay. I mean, initial thoughts, you're not liking it, but what if now let me just ask you this, because we talk about just here, let me just Braylon, give me 1 second here. We talk about you talked about, hey, let me just throw this out there, okay, to one of your Dig Dug in this form factor.
No.
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 What is?
I just told you I don't like the form factor. So, why would I take my beautiful Dig Dug
no.
have here?
No, I'm saying you it's still the arch of what we have here. It's just a deluxe Dig Dug, but it just has a foot pedal.
No. I don't like the form factor.
Okay.
I just told you that. No. I don't like the foot. Like, no.
But it's
I
on
feel
the
like
casino
people are
cane.
going to take
So
that
here.
foot and just saw it off.
Well, that's what I was thinking too. I mentioned that in the chat. So real quick, so it's on the casino cane. Does it bother you when you're playing the casino game?
Well, it's the casino cade.
So what does that give a casino vibe?
I mean, no, but anybody that's getting the casino cade is getting the casino cade. It's obnoxious. So you're already knowing what you're getting. You're not getting like a Street Fighter with a fucking foot pedal. Does that make sense? I know I'm like saying a whole bunch of nothing, but
No, you're on par here. You're not here. Let's
you don't have to put me on. It's okay.
You're sitting in a chair.
Should I stop holding this?
No, you should. You can do whatever you need to do.
Like imagine like looking around. So like everyone's talking about how it's going to save all this space, right? Like, yeah, you're going to gain all this aisle space because it's so slim, but you're really not because it's going to have, you're going to look around, you're going to have all these fucking foot pedals in your aisle. How silly is that going to look? It's going to look obnoxious.
I don't know. For me, man, it's crazy because as anal as I am, and maybe you're right. Maybe you're onto something. I wish I would have had you for the show, but I understand. You had to hand your.
It's okay. You took like 20 minutes to catch up with the chat.
Yeah, that was great.
Driving me insane. You were reading the chat, and I read it like 20 minutes prior to. I'm like, what is he doing?
Hey, chat showed up and showed out tonight,
Oh,
so thank you for
boy.
being my co-host. But I don't think it would be that bad. I think I can get over it. It's weird. My stomach is rumbling. I'm very hungry, but I think I think I could get over that. You know, again, my OCD is crazy. It's not the right form factor. And guys like John D, don't. If anybody were to come up with this, New Way Toys watching, anybody watch, do not put a foot pedal on anything. But if we have to have it, right, because they're getting sued or whatever the case may be, I think I could get over it. I don't necessarily want that.
Get the point. Like if you wanted to weigh it down, then weigh it down the inside.
Yeah, 100%. But I think it might not be a weight because we talked about this in the chat. They're cutting off 2 inches, saving MDF, shipping. They're making these things lighter, shipping. It's 20 pounds lighter. Okay. So this might actually help them with cutting costs down.
So is it just stabilizing it then?
I think it's a tipping hazard, much like the IKEA furniture kind of thing. I think it's a tipping hazard. I think that's why they have to have it, or they put it in for
so then distribute it. Oh no, you can't distribute it differently because then it'd be a gap in the back.
Yeah, you can't put it.
I hate it.
You can't put it on the back because if you're trying to smash the cabs together,
eat the cost and just distribute the weight. I don't know what to tell you.
But it could also be ThinkUp's design. ThinkUp might have not designed this right here. We don't know. I don't have confirmation of that.
Make it slim. I don't care. Make it slim. Cut that fucking thing off. It looks stupid. I hate it.
Oh, Braylon, that's 6-player X-Men and John D. Since you're here, I think it'd be pretty cool to give us like a predict. Like you have to have had a price in mind. What would be the price for that 6-player X-Men? I think easily $15.99, and I would have paid I would have sold 4 cabs to get it. Yeah, 100%. Like right. Like that's your creme de la creme dream cab. Yeah, like, I would love to have it. Yeah. So John D, you're in the chat. You would know a price. Just shoot one out there. He also says the pedal maybe made sense on a casino cade, but for a normal cab, maybe they had a little extra wood from the casino cades. I don't know. Yeah, I think maybe it had to do with some of that lawsuit stuff that they had to kind of change the design, or it's for stabilization because it could be a tipping hazard. I don't know. I don't know. Evil Genius Entertainment says cheaper to make, cheaper to ship, cheaper to store. In other words, cheap.
But no price cut.
No,
the consumer.
The consumer is not getting the benefit. Arcade1up is trying to recuperate money. It's clear at this time.
It's more expensive to make for them though too.
What do you think that's more expensive to make?
No, like everything in general is more expensive.
Oh yeah, this is one thing. What I mean, guys, I want you to. This is just a different world that we live in. And John D is saying it would be expensive. I don't $2,000. Are we talking $2,000? I don't think it'd be that expensive. 100%. Oh yeah, I get rid of a whole row to put that some bitch in here.
We have enough.
But everything is expensive, guys. I mean, you go order a DoorDash meal, it's $40. Like everything's expensive now.
In general, since COVID, everything has gone up. Like parts, everything costs.
So I think it's something that we all have to just kind of live with at the end of the day, and it stinks. But I'd rather have something than nothing. Like I told, John D's here, Fast and Furious, when that came out, everybody ripped that to shreds. 30 frames per second. The one game, I said, guys, listen, I'd rather have 30 frames per second in the one game than nothing, because at least I can get to play. And you know what? Me and my wife played on that. We have both of them back there hooked up. My kids jump on it every single time we turn the corner cane on. It's one of their favorites. You're already done. She's like two minutes in. See ya. But yeah, I'd rather have something than nothing. And I guess, if we get said title with this weird form factor, then it is what it is. John says, here's an idea. How about make the calves that look OG at a fair price simple? How about make calves that look OG at a fair price simple? Yeah, that totally agree. Totally agree. Yeah, it just stinks. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I asked, hey, John, and I threw this out there. Make the 4 players into 2 players. When you were there, when you were at Arcade1up, did that thought ever come through your mind? Like, hey, maybe we should make these 4 players into 2 players, fit more arcades in the room. Because if you have 4 of those 4 players lined up, you can fit like 8 2-player cabs, and that's double the sales back into your pocket. Did that notion ever fly through, or were you just like, hey, we want to make it as authentic as possible? It's 4 player. It's going to stay 4 player. Goofy Footy, you think this is the one that you think this is a straw that broke the camel's back, and this is it? Yes. So that was my idea. 2 players from the community, 100%. It just shows that they listen. So I don't know if they listen anymore. You're not there no more, but yeah, it's definitely. I mean, I feel like the after show is just as good as the show here. We're just so funny. We just kept the camera rolling. Look, we're on our 20 minutes in. I don't know. We're gonna talk about this. I'm gonna see if I can get some YouTubers on, kind of talk about it, share our thoughts live together, and then kind of see where this goes. I mean, like, would you get that form? Like, let's say, I think Blitz would be kind of cool. I don't know. You think that would ever happen or no? I think a lot of. Oh man, could you imagine though? Like a Pac-Man with like that foot pedal. I don't know. That's interesting. Yeah, it's a good question. John, can they still make TMNT and Simpsons with the 2-player? I don't know what he can divulge on that. I don't even know if they have the. I don't know if you have even if they have the licensors anymore with these kind of things. It's clear that they have. I think Bandai Namco, they'll probably always have them. Atari and Midway is what they got, the big 3. I don't even know if they have Capcom anymore, to be quite honest with you. So, all right, guys, but we'll see. We'll see if there's an answer in the chat, and then we're gonna wrap things up for this bonus stream. We're just asking John D to see if they have this. Well, we're asking in general. I just don't think they have any of those. Can you imagine Pac-Man and with the pedestal?
Anything. I couldn't imagine a museum, but here we are.
Yeah, that's just weird. Yeah, John says
it's just a Wheel of Fortune thing because it's a casino cage.
Yeah, that's what I kind of thought too. But again, it could be stabilization again because the casino cage is really small, just like that same kind of form factor and shape. So
just like testing the waters here.
Yeah, not at liberty to say, but if the bank wants to, probably. Interesting. So it wouldn't be up to the licensor to see, because the licensor may say, well, we want our X-Men to be 4-player. We don't want it to be 2-player.
Mm-hmm.
Goofy Foot, you are not wrong. You just got to figure out how to do it. I've been telling Arcade1up this forever. So, John D, I hope you go with a sales model like New Wave Toys. The retailers are great and all, but the retailers don't know about the real titles. Yes, Terry! Terry's throwing the torch out there. Terry said, can you hire the Corner Arcade to do marketing for your new company? Listen, if John D's making a company, I mean, I'm the biggest, loudest, most exciting voice in the home arcade community. No, come on now.
You have to hire both of us because I tone him down a bit.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I'm not leaving without my wife. You think I'm just going to leave her behind with this empty arcade? Are you out of your mind? Yeah, Braylon, you really want to see that 6-player? I don't think that that's happening ever, and I want it to happen. That and Sega Star Wars trilogy.
Your own, right?
Well, hey, I don't want to be that guy that's breaking news, but Ezekiel, the Chicago Retro Ranger, and the Cornercade, and that's with Mrs. Cornercade. We're gonna team up because we are going to try to attempt to make a 6-player X-Men and a Sega Star Wars trilogy. How do you like them apples?
Make it happen.
Let's go. Hey, if Ezekiel was still here, we got to see.
Oh boy.
He's going to be like 90%.
Come out of the woodworks again and say we heard
Can you imagine doing a live build of the 6-player X-Men?
No.
Jeez Louise. Yes, Waze, let's go. Cornercade, bringing the hype. Let's go. That's right, baby. It says
way too late for this.
This is the after show. John D says, or Evil Genius says, pay Danny in new cabs. Yeah, that's all I need is review cabs. That's it. I'll be good as golden with that. All right. Let's see. John said, he said, I mean, if they wanted to use those IPs, Cornercade, love you, but take your PR advice from your wife. Okay. So at least we got a little love. I'll take that. Miss CC, do you have any final words before we say goodbye for the night?
Happy 4th of July.
Oh, you're very sweet. Should we do a special at night 4th of July stream? We'll do something, right?
Maybe not.
What's that? Do we have anything for dinner? Or are we kind of
teriyaki chicken? It's in the microwave.
Oh, dude, sorry guys. I'm starving. I love you guys. Should I do an outro? I think that's fitting because I love doing the outro.
Say goodbye 20 times.
We'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for staying for the after party to the after party. Let's go, guys. Be safe, be happy, be healthy, have fun gaming, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.